The one who never lifted a finger to help. They left me nothing, not even the furniture I bought. I checked the postmark. It had been sent 2 weeks ago. My parents didn't even bother to call. That was the day something cracked. The morning after I read the will, I called my parents. I asked them why they were giving the house to my uncle's son, a guy I've seen maybe 5 times in my entire life. I didn't yell, I just asked. My mother's voice didn't even change. She said he's starting a family and they wanted to give him a head start. That he deserved it more than I did, because he was trying to build something. I reminded her I'd been living here for 10 years, that I paid every bill, fixed every broken pipe, replaced the roof, that I gave up school, travel, and a life just to keep this place standing. My father called me dramatic and said I've always been independent, so I'd land on my feet. My mom added that I was just taking care of the house temporarily anyway, that it was always theirs. That call ended with no apology, no explanation, just a list of excuses. They never asked how I found out, never asked what I needed. That same day, I pulled every record I had. I logged into every utility account, printed bank statements going back years, pulled up a decade of photos showing before and after of the house. I made copies of emails and texts, every message where they asked me to handle repairs, or said we owe you or you're amazing for keeping things running. The house deed was still in their name, just like I thought. But every expense, every account, every improvement, it was all under mine. Water, gas, electric, taxes, internet, insurance, pest control, even the cat's vet bills. A coworker noticed I was quiet that day and asked if I was okay. I told her what happened. She connected me with a real estate attorney her brother used during a property dispute. He called me that same evening. I sent him everything I had. We went over the history, the receipts, the timeline, asked how long I had been living there alone, how often my parents returned, and whether I had ever paid rent. The answer was 10 years, once a year max, and never. He told me something I didn't expect to hear. There might be a path through adverse possession. It wasn't a magic fix, but it was real. He said with how long I'd been living there, how I'd paid everything, and how I'd treated the house as my own, there was a case to be made. I went back through all my files and started organizing them, year by year, project by project. I found receipts for flooring, electrical work, kitchen cabinets, appliances, insulation, landscaping. I even had handwritten notes from a contractor I'd worked with who left town years ago. That weekend, I changed the locks. Every door. Front, back, side entrance, garage. I didn't send a warning. I just did it. I added a keypad system with remote access so I could see who came and went. I also changed the codes on the alarm system and moved the spare key from the usual hiding spot. A few days later, I got a call from my father. He tried to visit, couldn't get in. He was furious. Said I was cutting him off from his legacy. I told him clearly if he wanted to fight me for the house, he could take me to court. That was it. He hung up. Then my mom started texting. Paragraphs. I didn't reply. I told my workplace everything. I was honest. Legal battle with my parents, potential court case, possible stress. They gave me 2 weeks paid time off without hesitation. My boss said to let her know if I needed more. That same week, a friend from work came over and helped me install 2 more outdoor cameras and no trespassing signs. I mounted one of the signs to the gate and another to the front window. Then it started again. One morning, I walked out to find my uncle and cousin standing at the edge of the driveway. I didn't open the gate. They smiled like this was some friendly visit. The cousin was holding a baby carrier in one hand and a duffel bag in the other. I told them they weren't coming in. The uncle said I needed to do what's right for the family and let them settle in. I didn't move. I pointed to the sign, told them they were trespassing. I had them on camera. Next time it happened, I'd call the police. They left. Slowly. My cousin smirked as they walked away, like he knew something I didn't. I didn't care. That night, I sat down at the kitchen table and finished labeling the files for my lawyer. I sent them in a zipped folder and marked it with the subject, complete documentation.